Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Let go!
Third! Let the Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you're gonna get the Coffin skin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Happy Wednesday. Happy 250. Happy anniversary day for AEW. Happy Prime Days for those that celebrate. Yes, I did. I'll get to those in a minute here. But most importantly, hello and welcome to everybody here for joining us here for the AEW Sidecast once again. Dynamite hitting 250 episodes. We're off to a rockin' start here. Everybody's piled in here now. We got Snow Penguin, 30th Century Homer, Jay Quick, good to see you here. Zodiac, good to see you here as well. It has been a ton of fun so far today, just trying to beat the heat. When, Zodiac, when you put that post out on X saying it's going to be a fiery one, that's to say the least, because once again, we have hit the 95-degree mark here in Edmonton. Lucky for me, blackout curtains, open window. And, yeah, it's been a crazy kind of day here. Wow, let's get right into it. Our first match right off the bat here. So I was thinking, can either MJF or Ospreay afford to take a loss, especially Ospreay? Snowpeg would say it's going to storm, so yeah, we'll see. They keep saying it's going to storm, but last time they said it was going to storm, it never came down here, so, or it lasted maybe 3 minutes, but. Jay Quick, back to your comment here about who could take a loss. I think either one can. I wonder if there's anything to do with the Fightful report that came down today. And literally just a couple hours ago. And I know we shouldn't read too much into what Fightful Select releases at a certain time, but just seems a little too coincidental for me. They mentioned that Sammy Guevara is very close to showing up. Nothing confirmed, but there's been story pitches, but that Sammy Guevara is very close to returning, so will he be a part of this? I think there very well could be a position where he could end up as part of this, so could either one afford to take a loss? Absolutely. It would be the second big loss for Ospreay. I honestly feel Ospreay's bulletproof right now. You can give him 2 losses because you can give him reasons for that loss. Whether it be the Don Callis family costing him the first one and MJF doing something to cause the second one, whether it be a Guevara, for example. For MJF to take a loss here would not be the worst thing in the world because I think they could put some shenanigans in there to make it so they could actually bring Daniel Garcia out to cost him the match. There's a million different ways we could go through it, so. But yeah, between that being there, plus I'm assuming we find out Swerve's teammates are blood guts, absolutely. I think if they don't announce a tag team, they'll announce one, and then they'll announce the other one on Saturday. But considering they're taping both today, like this is another one of those dual taping shows where they do Dynamite live and then they do a collision on tape delay for it. All filmed tonight. I would assume that they do both tonight or both during tonight's broadcast. We got that. We also got Nyla Rose taking on Mercedes Mone, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's Wednesday. It's a great time to Dynamite, and it's a great time to Dynamite with each and every one of you here. We get to hear from Mariah, which Can you tell me any storyline that's pulled out absolutely perfectly like this? AEW, when they get into a storyline, they will hit a home run. When they really get focused, they know how to hit home runs. A lot of people say they don't have stories at AEW. They do. They're just very long-term stories for the most part, and then the rest of them, they just, let's piece together some good matches to keep everything somewhat tight. WWE is great for the ADHD generator. I'm sure Meltzer will say this card is because of the media, right? One thing I'll say, Meltzer, whatever, his facts that he bring out are actually decent facts, but the opinions he comes out with, those are the parts that give you headaches. If you can take the stuff that he actually says that are actual facts. Oh no, hey McGee, by the way, good to see you here. Along with everybody else, we are getting off to a hot start here tonight. Hi guys. I'm gonna have to get I'll see maybe if there's some way I can get that set up for you guys, that there's a button I can push. When you guys say those words, I have to hit the button. Hi guys, Yager! Long time no see, good to see ya. Yeah. It's so great to see everybody here. We got this to start. We got Okada and Swerve in our main event tonight. We got Mercedes and Nyla Rose in the middle here. Hey guys. Can we send Jericho to Mexico and lose his passport? Same odds as them saying Logan Paul to Japan. Okada can divide by 0. That is a side. That is a great side. Did you see Okada's Instagram post about the match tonight? It's the whole champion versus champion graphic, and they got bitch versus champion. I got a feeling there's going to be some kind of shenanigans in this match. There has to be. You know what? This one's such a hot match, and we haven't been able to do this in a while. Let's see here. I'll put 10 minutes on here. Let's get the predictions out. Let's get the predictions rolling. Because we haven't been able to do these in a while. This one's a legitimate... What? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know which way we're going to go on this. We could go either way. Ha! He went for the fist bump. He goes for the fist bump and MJF gets stood up. I love it. When Swerve brought up Ospreay last week, I thought he was going to say Ospreay is an ex-member of Team AEW. I don't think he gets involved. He won't be here next week. He'll be too busy advertising for Allin in England that week. Let me just get that for you there. McGee. MJF being full scumbag again. The moderation of this on Twitch here actually doesn't understand wrestling. Oh, God. Assuming Darby shows up. He'll be there during the main event because we're going to have... I'd almost expect that... I'm really surprised they didn't officially say that the main event isn't for the... control of Blood and Guts. Because you guys remember there's a coin toss normally to determine who's going to be the man up on the team, right? Did they think it was... I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there, Zodiac. Snow Penguin, throwing out the pineapples. Pineapple pizza tonight. I love it. I love it. We know the Elite team so far has 3 guys, Jay Quick. We got Darby, too. So... Oh, wait, we're getting Darby confronting Perry tonight, so I assume we're going to get... They never actually said it. That's a very good choice. Pineapple Party! Darby and FTR for a Team AEW? I would assume so. But one thing I've learned, especially in their main event news, don't assume anything. Just plain old don't assume the works here. Forgive me, I'm going to be going to the ice bottle for quite a bit tonight, so. Because remember, FTR said they're not done with the Elite. No, they're not, but could we see something like a Motor City Machine Gun just randomly show up and be in the match? As it's Tony Khan throwing out somebody that they don't know about. Or they have a big history that they're not done with. That goes all the way back to the TNA days when the Bucks were known as Generation Me. Oh, and just a heads up for everybody, this Saturday, unfortunately, we will not be watching No Surrender or Slammiversary at the same time. Or you hear Wild Thing. Yeah, like, there's so many possibilities. I honestly think they keep Moxley out. Moxley gets a break. Moxley away from the kids. Why do I have a weird feeling that that scarf around, or that little sachet around Ospreay's waist is going to do something in this match? Maybe it's just me. The one reason I would love to hear Wild Thing for Blood and Guts, if you want my opinion about the greatest match we could probably get, for Allin, for our friends there, the Bucks. And I've seen this floating around a little bit on the socials. Claudio and Mox versus the Bucks for the tag titles. Personally, I would like to see something like that just because I do feel that the Wembley show is probably going to be mostly multi-man matches. And it makes sense just because everybody wants to get paid off that gate, right? I know contracts are different now, but you're still probably going to get a bonus.
You left your house and walked into mine.
Walker coming on in here for the 23 months, almost 2 full years. Absolutely, and thank you once again. I truly do appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who's in here. Walker, thank you for the another month of no ads and the special emotes. By the way, feel free to throw any of those emotes out. There are special AEW emotes in the group here, so there are some for followers. There are also some for specifically for subs. So I'm going to be a plug machine. I can't help it. And Vic, good to see you here tonight. Oh, everybody see it tonight. See, there you go. We're all hyped tonight. I appreciate all of you here. We have been, like, this is the most active I think we've ever been right off the bat. Just bang, bang, bang. Let's go. Go for a second. Ospreay MJF, yeah, like, this is one of those weird ones that you just don't you never thought you'd get this to start off I don't want to say a random Dynamite, but to start off Dynamite, period. 250, yeah. Like, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to beating WCW Nitro. Trust me, we are going to be celebrating that night when that happens. Oh, I think Swerve and Okada will be a complete no finish. Everybody will be out there. Stupidity will occur. New people will show up. And by the way, you're just under 3 minutes left if you want to gamble your points about who's going to win this match up here. Oh, and just as a public service announcement, since 95% of you have Amazon Prime here, not only can you use your Prime sub to help me out, but there is also Prime deals going on right now. I actually splurged at a few, but they're only available until midnight Eastern, so get in there. The real winners are us. Actually, no, sorry, let me do this. I am horrible. The joke was lined up perfectly for me and I didn't even use it. Who would MJF fight at Wembley? Garcia. I'll just throw that right there. Garcia. No, that's WrestleQuest, my friend. Not WrestleQuest, the WrestleFest. It's insane to most more episodes of Nitro. Nitro felt like a big part of your life. The thing people forget is Hogan's first 4 years in WCW were specifically on WCW Saturday Night. MJF, Ospreay didn't even want to grab a table out of the ring because he didn't want to bother worrying about setting it up. This one's already set up. Why not? Yeah, and he rarely works Saturday night. Exactly. He rarely works the best of times. Darth Mick thinking a triple threat. I would love it. We are going to officially call it Eric Bischoff Day the week that week next February when Dynamite beats out Nitro. I think we're going to have a special Eric Bischoff theme to the whole night. So, and once again, praise Saturn, praise Saturn, praise Saturn. Good to see you there. And by the way, I'm going to owe you one of those Jay Quick for about the Saturday night part. The mechanical door entrance on WCW Saturday Night was the best. Yeah, absolutely. I always loved the double open door. I always wondered why they wouldn't do that for like the Royal Rumble or something. Praise my balls. Then I'm back and my company got beat by Tony Khan and better than ever. Got the rhythm in at the end there, but yeah, no, it's been a lot of chaotic-y. I think is the best way to put it for all this stuff going on here. Like, you got to remember, people are going to say stuff to get a reaction on the internet. It's one of the things I'm horrible at because I don't get the stuff out that is overly controversial or anything like that to get clicks. I just like being here, being me. Just like I like everybody there, so. And we still got the media deal coming soon. Like, yeah, I know people are scared because right now TNT has tried to match the bid of Amazon to get their cut of the NBA contract that's coming up. That's recently been announced that they're trying to at least get a part of it. Now they're trying to get the Amazon Prime part out, which to our Amazon overlords here at Twitch, best of luck to you. I hope to get it. Realistically, I'd love to see AEW go on Amazon Prime, to be honest. Just for the fact the watch-alongs would be so much easier. You could literally watch the screen and watch me at the same time. He didn't have the ankle. Nice try, Excalibur. But yeah, this is settling into a very good match here as we go along. Why not HBO Max, Discovery, Warner Brothers app? I wouldn't mind any of those. I don't care where they are as long as they're consistently on somewhere. Do you think the deal could be signed? AEW's just sitting on a wait? Absolutely. That absolutely could be the case. And they could be waiting to announce it at Wembley. They announce it at Wembley, they shut a lot of people up all over the world. Did you guys see that the Allin commercial for AEW was shown on Raw on Monday in England? Because TNT UK has a deal with Raw, but they also, of course, have the AEW as part of their programming. So we just had a quick power bump there. I want Ospreay, Ricochet, Wembley. You might get it. You might. To be perfectly honest, I think it depends on what happens here tonight. My prediction right now, if MJF wins, you get Ricochet and Ospreay. If Ospreay wins, you get Ospreay Pac at Wembley. You see, Cameron Grimes said 1 week till he's a free agent. It's tomorrow. It's officially tomorrow. Maybe Daddy Magic attacks MJF tonight. Maybe. On behalf of Garcia? Or maybe, we get, whatchamacallit, a tag there with Guevara and MJF versus Daddy Magic and Garcia. Because like I said, there are going to be a lot of multi-man matches. What's the likelihood of Nigel versus Danielson? Nothing. Not. Maybe in Tacoma, Washington, but I would say that's a very small chance. And I say Tacoma, Washington, because that's going to be his retirement. But here's a name to throw on your radar, folks. If you haven't watched the indie wrestling scene, Daniel Makabe. He's out of BC. He's out of BC. He's just recently, quote unquote, retired, and said the only reason he would ever put his boots back on is to get a match with Danielson. And yeah, I'll back to you in a second here, Darth Mick, but Jay Quick's got the point I'm thinking. If it was going to happen, Nigel would have cost Danielson the chance at Wembley, and it would have been Hangman Swerve, which we were all thinking. But MJF versus Garcia versus Ricochet versus Ospreay would absolutely be phenomenal. I just don't know if you do a ladder match like that. Nigel had the perfect shot while he was there. I know, I was with you. Like, I thought it was gonna. That's why I thought the men's might be on Saturday on Collision, while the women's would be on Wednesday on Dynamite. Turns out it got booked absolutely brilliantly, I feel. Nigel versus Danielson in a clams on a pole match in Tacoma, Washington. Well, you were that rib shot there. Cantaloupe don't smoke. All right, we got a double down spot. Let's see if we get anything interesting out of this. By the way, once again, everybody, thank you for stopping by. We're off to a hot start tonight. Back rake! Would they have Garcia beat MJF in Wembley? I don't think MJF needs a win. He's already got his win in Wembley, right? Last year in the main event. Oz cutter right by the ropes. He'll get an arm over and then he'll just... And I see a black wrestling shirt, one dude in a Cardinals jersey. Well, they are in Kentucky, right? So that could be Louisville. MJF, I believe, wants to help push Garcia now. I just hope... Well, I don't know. Oh, they're in... That's right, Little Rock. Sorry. My bad. So that's Razorback country. Yeah, I'll be honest. Normally I wear my black wrestling shirts to on Dynamite here, but I when it's hot like this, I like to wear a side that doesn't absorb heat. This could be the perfect way to get Ospreay off TV for a month. Ospreay versus Ricochet, take my money? Absolutely. Like, I don't think... Here's the thing we got to be careful of. They have 2 pay-per-views in 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, sorry. Are we ready for the Wembley pay-per-view be a 6-hour ordeal? I don't think it will be. I think it'll be the same length. It'll start at 8. It'll go till midnight. Pre-show will start... Well, sorry, I guess the times get changed because it's an afternoon show, but you know what I mean. First, Tony got to get through Death Before Dishonor. That's next Friday. It's got lots of time. And what I think is they're actually going to be starting to, and I know Fightful put out an article about this. Of course, I'll be quoting Fightful a lot all the time, but there is a little bit more of a, we're going to keep a better eye on Ring of Honor and do some more like multiple show tapings at the Texas venue here over the next few weeks. First, get through tonight, Blood and Guts. Yeah, like, what condition is Mark Briscoe going to be in going into that main event of Death Before Dishonor next Friday? I think in many ways that tells you that Athena and Queen Aminata might be main eventing that show. And I'm going to throw this out here. They also said they have the champions at ROH more consistently. Here's another one for you. Because of all the, the craziness with MJF and whatnot and how that broke up, what do you think about Adam Cole going straight to ROH and just staying there for a while? Like, there's not a reason for him to not show on AEW programming, but be primarily on ROH. And have a little, I don't know, feud / partnership with Roddy Strong when he wins the title on Friday. Exactly. Cole tweeted him with the ROH title. Exactly. I definitely would like to see him ease back. MJF throwing out new stuff here. Stealing Swerve's finisher. Just try to use everybody else's finisher but his own, right? Looks like Maxwell's played a little bit too much AEW Fight Forever. Modern day Eugene. I'll give you a rib shot for that. I think Cole will want MJF first. The way that MJF just basically tossed him aside there, I think you put him in ROH and just let it be. It might be something that just dies. Like, I know it's bad booking, don't get me wrong. Like, we should tie a bow on this, but at the same time, maybe just cut your losses and keep them separated for right now while Cole just works. Like, his number one goal right now is titles. It's not friends. Yeah, the injury derailed everything. Absolutely. Yeah, what I'm thinking is just basically, all right, everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows what MJF did to Cole. Just have him focus on getting that title, that ROH title. So you agree Athena probably lose the title next fight? I would think so. I originally thought Billy Starks would be the one to take it, but with everything going on and the fact that now we got Mercedes on the main roster, and what I'd actually like to see from Athena if she came up to the AEW roster, maybe she's that muscle for Mercedes. Like, we're all thinking about how great she is, but why not have her as a muscle? Maybe Athena debuts at Wembley. No, I think everybody knows about her enough that you don't have to quote-unquote debut her. I think she comes in as that roadblock for Baker, to be perfectly honest. If she's in proper shape, which I think she is. I think this is a Cowboy Bob Orton gimmick that they're doing right now with her leg. Yeah, this match is absolutely, like, I will look at this. We're going to go 30 minutes. Little kid pounded down on my head. You know the little kid's got an extra punch, right? I saw a rumor that there's been conversation with some of the women's roster about a possible first opponents for... Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while, right? Would I love to see Hayter come out tonight? And possibly after... You do Hayter right after Nyla finishes. It says, I will take on anybody, and I mean anybody, who is not named Britt Baker. Then all of a sudden Hayter's music pops on, and she comes out. I will lose my freaking mind. I just, no quips, heads, or butts about. I will lose my freaking mind. For those that were here during the last pay-per-view, you saw my reaction when Britt showed up. I think there could be a way that we might be setting up a four-way at Wembley, right? MJF proving he can hang with Ospreay? Yeah. Feels weird that we're only 5.5 years away from the true TNT champion debuting. Garbage Can Jones. So are we talking about we're talking about Brody Jr., right? I will put absolutely no pressure on that kid for doing anything. Because that guy will get the biggest babyface pop that you will ever get when he debuts. Because that's the difference with AEW versus like WWE. And once again, the ADHD that Zodiac talked about earlier. AEW fans are not going to forget what Brody Lee Jr. was. Who he was, what he was doing, and what his dad did. Alright, this is dumb. If I'm Ospreay, this is dumb. I got a bad leg, I got a bad shoulder. The Bucks and Okada are like, time to go home, fellas. Probably, but MJF's never been good for holding for time, right? This actually makes sense why we're having this match here, and we only have 2 other matches announced. On top of TV time, which will take an extra 20 minutes. Jesus! This is it. This is a little bit of insane. I am the learning tree. No way. Oh my God, Panama Sunrise. Let's go. Once again, he is using everybody else's finisher but his own. And you only probably have two or three matches next week. I would say 3 plus Blood Guts. That's my prediction for next week. Like, it's absolutely nuts. Now MJF's going to try and use the tape. Okay. They call it the Long Island Sunrise. MJF's like, whose move can I hit? See, he's just trying to copy out. Yeah, throw a super kick, too. Well, that was a mule kick. Is there a time limit? 60 minutes? Championship matches are a 60-minute time limit, typically. The exception's supposed to be the TNT title, but... waiting for him to hit a Rainmaker. Oh, I'd pop if I see that. Well, one thing about MJF, he definitely loves every camera that's around him, right? Okada would come out and blow a gasket. I would love to see it. Maybe he hits a big boot. Big boot and leg drop. Nobody wants to remember Hogan anymore. He's already tried using the figure 4. Even though Flair, I believe, is gone from the company now, so. Hit a froggy bow. Damn! The pace of this match is absolutely insane. And let's think about this here. AEW 250 tonight. The only sporting event going on right now is a couple MLS games. Let's face it, nobody's watching after the Copa America. And then Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever taking on the Dallas Wings. That's it. So it would not surprise me if this show pops a big number tonight. I know the numbers really don't matter. I just care about quality. All right. Is this MJF's longest match since he's been back? Absolutely. Far beyond. Because what? He's only had what? The Hitchicero match. The Roosh match and the Hitchicero match. That's all he's had. MJF was like, oh God. Who's going to hit the crossroads? Crossroads! 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 Down for the cover! 1, 2, no! Gotta love Ospreay with the wink at the same time. I love it. What? Fight for it. Oh, God. He just stole Saraya's finisher. Is it just... Let's just find everybody. No, MJF's just going through his head. He's like, okay, which finisher haven't I stolen yet? MJF is doing everybody. Be careful how you say that. Alicia might get a little upset. Get ready for the bank statement. What in the world? Oh, God. What in the hell? MJF just randomly goes up for a one-man Legion of Doom spot there? What, just for the hell of it? Like, I love this. I think you want to talk about... I was going to actually ask you guys. MJF Ospreay probably went to Tony and was like, give us time. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's what... that Tony said, I'll give you time. Give me a match. Box the years. No way. Gonna go for the Brave Buster. There's your super kick. No way! He's dead! He's got me dead! Style clash on the apron. Let's go. Like, MJF's got me dead at this point. Moxley's bleeding watching this. Like, this is insane. It's like, folks, I was going to ask you what's your favorite match coming into 250 on Dynamite. I think we pretty much, I pretty much figure this is the point where we just say, no, that's good. We're good. Uh-oh. One arm powerbomb because his other arm hurts like hell. And the arm that's hurt, he shoots up his arm to go past that one. Very smart booking here. Our opening contest is going 40 minutes already. And since TSN missed their first picture-in-picture earlier, I'm loving this. We get our first one right now. No, this is absolutely insane how they did this. But it now makes total sense why we're only getting 3 matches. The Bucks are like, hurry up. And MJF's like, no, fuck you. That's pretty much what he's saying right now. No, we are going to go. It's a separate shoulder. Got to give that artificial arm up here like that, right? Thank you, Big G. This has been so nice to hang out with here. Oh, so nice to hang out with each and every one of you. We're having so much fun watching this. Like, this is insane what's going on here tonight. By the way, everybody, I have to at least plug it a couple times here. If you really like what you're seeing here and you want to hang out more and you want to help support the channel, don't forget about the subscribe button. If you have a Twitch Prime member, or if you have Amazon Prime, you do get 1 free membership a month. And if you would use it on me, I would be truly honored, and you would get to see MJF if it's your brand new, if you're a first-time sub. So I thank you once again for the hydrate. This might be the first time, I actually have to go for a refill during Dynamite here, so. But I guess with the extreme weather here the way it is, I think it's a little bit justified. I don't think MJF cares what the Bucks think. Oh God. They screwed up, so they're giving us our full commercial right now. This is not good. Watch this. Watch him end the match while in commercial break. And I'll just absolutely lose my ham on them. But yeah, we're only gonna get we're only getting 3.5 matches maybe tonight. I say half because we're gonna get a confrontation between Jack Perry and Darby. I don't think it's gonna turn into a whole lot, but I do think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okada was like, that's enough. All right, put it to commercials. I'm with you, Jay Quick. I think so, but... Gonna try another Oscar. Oh, no. MJF just going straight to the bite. Let's just throw a hidden blade out of nowhere, thank you. Oscutter blocked. Jesus. Look at his reactions from both these guys. Like, MJF literally passes out on top of Ospreay, which almost feels like the perfect end, and then all of a sudden, Ospreay just shoots up his shoulder. Yeah, I think Darby will confront Perry and say, I'm the third member, and find out the other two by the end of that. I think that makes sense. I think we close the show with the last 2 members, and I do think it's going to be a bit of a... I don't even think FTR would be a disappointment, but I do think FTR would be... FTR's too obvious. That's the only thing I don't... Sometimes the obvious thing is the best thing, but at this time, I just don't know for sure. No, it's just amazing that we get this. FTR would be perfect. They're AEW through and through, yeah. it's like I was just saying. Sometimes the obvious choice is the best one. Unless you want to drop a bomb like the Motor City Machine Guns aside. Is Dax cleared to fight yet? Well, he showed up last Saturday, so... Dax showed up in Calgary on Saturday to stop a little fight there, but Cash looked huge. The reason he looked huge is because he didn't have a mustache on. It is a legal fact that people look big or look buff without a mustache. Unless your name is the Butcher, and then you absolutely look huge regardless. And yes, we do not want the Acclaimed as the other three members of that team. Yeah, that was his pre-butts and guts look. I miss Cyrus, too busy winning a baseball tournament. All right, I'll give you the horn for that. Hidden blade to the back of the head, and that was the perfect camera angle. Lost his concealed carry permit, but got some guns now. I think after this heat wave, I'm going to have to get in the gym a little bit more, just because I do have the... just because I'm losing so much weight just from the water disappearing. Hidden blade for the top. That should be enough. I think we're going time limit, kids. As long as this is bid, I gotta feel we gotta be going time limit here. A 60-minute time limit out of nowhere? I'd pop if Tony came out and said it's time for the best bout machine. Oh my goodness. I would love to see it. I would love to see Omega back, but I don't think we're going to see him for a while, folks. Diverticulitis is not... Diverticulitis is something not to take lightly unless your name is Brock Lesnar. Oh my God. Of course, MJF's Brock's not human, though. Exactly. This could be match of the year. Absolutely, it could. I think, honestly, I feel we're getting a draw out of this. We're already 48 minutes into this fight. Like, oh God. Heat Seeker sort of on the bad angle on that, but that's okay. They're really going to get this table over tonight. Tony's already calling it best match Dynamite ever. He hit the froggy bow. We just called it. He hit the froggy bow. Through the table. All right, Zodiac, I'll ask you right now. Name a better one. I know there's no right definitive answer for it, but I'll throw it out there to chat. Let's throw this match out of the side. If we don't count this one, what's the best match you've seen on Dynamite? My pick, St. Patrick's Day Massacre, Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, lights out. As we hit a crescendo, we go to another commercial break. So, but yeah, if you want my call for the greatest match, not this one on Dynamite in Dynamite history, I would say this one. Was Hangman Swerve Hardcore on Dynamite? No, that was the pay-per-view, was it not? Danielson Hangman when Hangman was world champ? Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one, Jay Quick. McG with the Danielson versus Omega from Grand Slam. I saw the video of that, just the intro alone for the first ever match at Arthur Ashe. And having those two open up to a draw. Like, Jay and Conti versus Buddy and Cruz. Sorry, my friend, I have to get you again. That was Rampage. That's the New Year's Rampage tradition, so it's like, damn it, not another one. Yeah, there's been some amazing matches here on Dynamite, and yeah, like, that match was absolute fire. I will give you that. Anytime you let these women play in a hardcore setting, I think every single match has been great. I don't think you've had a bad one. That's why I really wish that eventually we would get this women's blood and guts match off the ground. I feel that we're going to get it next year. We're going to get 2 of them next year. There you go. Cody versus Brody Lee in the dog collar match. That was Brody's last match, so yeah, that definitely computes. Like, the thing is, we got so many good matches we could talk about here. And just so many great events that AEW's put together, and it just... This one's up here. Like, we could debate semantics about which match is our favorite so far. But let's face it, there are so many good matches that are involved in... Yeah, there is no doubt in my mind that this one ends in a draw. And this very well could be a way that we get Ospreay, MJF, Daniel Garcia, a triple threat at Wembley. Is MJF doing a titty twister at the same time here? Oh, it's in the side. Sorry, when it's picture in picture, the angle just looks weird. Wouldn't blame him if he did. Like... And we're 50 minutes into this match, and we're still going into the Old South stuff here. Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker lights out match. Yeah, that one was absolutely insane. Ha! I love that little flop off there. You still got TV time, Mariah, the women, Swerve and Okada. Yeah, like... MJF is nothing but a... Well, I don't want to say that because, hell, look what we've seen tonight, but... MJF's base style is a throwback to 80s, 90s wrestling. That's what his base is. Like, he can go and do whatever he wants. Jericho's hurry up mode now. My God. Yeah, MJF's got that burner on his leg. I think that might be for the table. MJF's proving he's more than a mouthpiece to any doubters right now. Absolutely. Like, he is the ultimate blue chipper right now. I would take Garcia, MJF, Ospreay at Wembley. I would. Why the hell wouldn't you have all three of those guys in there? Like, that match would make Garcia. The problem, people who only like WWE won't care. You know what? There's a little bit too much of an inferiority complex here. Like, everybody has to consider themselves. They have to enjoy. Too many fans of AEW are so worried about what WWE fans think of them. Is he actually going to go for the kangaroo kick of all things? Oh, that power bomb onto knee. Oh, that one actually, the first time I saw it was, there's a wrestler around here. He actually was on Collision on Saturday. Michael Richard Clark. That was his finisher. Got a little cheeky Nando's there. It looks really good on camera. Yeah, if you get the right angle on it, it looks amazing. Oh, no. Jeez! But... Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do better than you. Oh my God, this is amazing. Walker, you're bang on here. Gravity just said fucking left. Physics is going to be gone pretty quick. I think that kick pretty much summed that up. Folks, we are 55 minutes into this match. Jesus! MJF was like, let me prove I'm healthy. Yeah. Bell ringing soon. Oh my God! Oscutter counter, Brainbuster counter, Poison Rod, let's go! Oh, hit Blade from Spanish Fly out of nowhere. Jesus H. Christ. Folks, match of the year contender. Let's just, somebody just tell Meltzer to don't even bother. We got a 14. May start smoking just to say I need a cigarette after that. So anybody still think MJF isn't healthy? No. Nope. Like, holy I'm tearing up watching this. Like, this is ballet. This is the ultimate level of ballet. Now they're starting to mention time, so yeah, they're gonna... You missed the greatest match in AEW history, sir. I'm calling it right now. We are 57 minutes in. Oz cutter off the top. Hit it, Blade. No. No, this is not a pay-per-view type match because these pay-per-views don't go here. Yeah, Andre, you definitely got to check this out later. Like, we're at 58 minutes right now. And they have not taken the foot off the gas all hour. Yeah, and this is just the opening match, so this is all you've missed so far. Like, we got Swerve Okada later. Well, you must do, but can you? I hope they got the ice ready. Absolutely. Swerve Kata. They got Nyla and Mercedes. Darby's supposed to meet up with Jack Perry. Mariah's supposed to come out and talk. We got TV time, so we're guaranteed we're going over. Is he going to hit the damn Tiger Driver or not? Yeah, there's got to be like an hour overrun at this pace. And this is where you get your time. Yeah, now they're doing the whole 30 seconds and everything, so. And referee's knocked out, so we're definitely not going to get. This could go to a blood and guts. Let's give him a week and see how long this match can run. But good to see you, Andre. Good to see everybody here. Like, holy crap. 2 seconds left. And he hit it with a ring. There's the weapon. Folks, I don't care. That is... match of the year regardless. Like, rematch at Wembley? I'd be all for that. And new. Again, it comes back to not using the Tiger Drive, but you know AEW has those stories. We're not done yet? Oh. No, they're just letting this breathe. Okada Swerve ain't top of that. Let's just call it straight up here. It's been so long, I totally forgot I bet 500 points on MJF. Yeah. And there were a lot on Okada. It was basically a 2/3 MJF, 1/3 Ospreay. So yeah, that Wow. Just, I don't know what other way to put it. It's just wow. He's in an action mask. He still wanted to. It's Little Rock, Arkansas. They can barely stand up for anything in that state. Oh God, let's go to the back. Do they even spell their state correctly? No. Hey, Astrid. Please don't. 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 You know what's great about MJF winning? Long MJF promos every week.
Uh-oh.
They claim the famous Sid in Arkansas, yeah. I will get back to the last match in a second, but there is one word I need to say right now. For the record, not everybody loves the Acclaimed. Everybody loves Bowens. Hey, if you want to clip it, that's up to you. The little icons there, but talk about going from a great high to that. Anthony Bowens will be good at it. By the way, Astrid, yeah, we were.
What the hell was that?
From one what the hell is that moment to another. You want to kill this crowd? That's a... Yeah, sorry, Snow Penguin. It was close. You were 2 seconds from getting all your points back. Thought they would... I think we all did eventually there. But the fact they did it with 2 seconds left, this sort of sets up some of the storylines we were thinking of. Like Garcia versus MJF could be possible. Hi, Mike. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hi. So for those that are new here, I want to point out something that's actually really cool for this. Most promos, you want to have the crowd behind you, but he knows that he's getting booed. So he's made the tree and the TV so big that you can't see anybody behind them. It's actually a neat little piece here. But yeah, with we're probably going to end up with MJF and Garcia. And that's when you, or actually Pac's involved too now, so.
Well, let's talk about Dynamite 250 for AEW. I was on the very first Dynamite, and I've been on almost every single one since. Shocking.
Yeah.
The ones
I love Taz.
so angry, cards and letters filed in, so I'm making a promise. I'm never gonna miss another Dynamite again.
This is the only reason I'd want him.
Thanks, guys.
This is the only reason I want Dynamite canceled.
When you listen to the learning tree, good things happen. And when you don't, people are getting hurt, damn it. This isn't right. I'm begging you to listen to the learning tree. Look into the people.
You want to talk about one of the biggest misses at AEW? I think it's the Acclaimed right now, or what they're planning on doing now. I think maybe the Elite takes out the Acclaimed and that's how we get FTR, maybe. I don't think so, though.
I'm begging you, this has to stop. People are getting hurt. I'd have to say at this point, all of you realize that you need to listen to the learning tree.
I feel like we get a mystery attack in the back, take out the Acclaimed. I know everybody's thinking that, but it just doesn't feel...
Crazy enough not to listen to the learning tree at this point in time. Who would be psychotic enough not to listen and use the teachings of
There's got to be somebody new coming out now.
who would be maniacal enough to ignore
Oh! Let's go! Let's go! I do believe that Mr. Jericho owes a challenge. I love how Suzuki just... He had a heart attack in the middle of a match and he's still going now. Jericho, yeah, the best thing you can do right now is run. Kazaninare! Oh, it's great. I'm going to put the pause on the ads here for 5 minutes just because hopefully this will be done in 5 minutes.
Is that what they were chanting? Oh, they were chanting, "Shut up, Taz."
Well, we got our blood guts opening.
Next week Dynamite will be in Nashville, Tennessee for official order. AEW. Redwood and Bad Apple are banned from ringside for the FTW title match in blood and guts. Nice.
Oh, Murder Grandpa Jericho. Can we officially have the murder of Chris Jericho? Please. So, we send over Takeshita over to NJPW, and we get Suzuki and Ishii back for the couple months. I think this might be this might be a decent little piece here. Maybe we get the Von Erichs. Well, maybe. Please throw back some moves from your Tekken 2 mocap days, Suzuki. Amen.
Us off a little bit more though is the Acclaimed thinking they're going to be two-time tag team champions. Not on our watch. Guys, I think you need a little bit of a reminder about just who the heck we are. We're the Elite, the greatest faction in the history of this.
Jericho, do you have your health insurance paid up? Absolutely not.
All the power, not all the gold.
He's Canadian. He doesn't have it.
But what we do to Swerve next week, let's just say that that title might become vacant all of a sudden, because you're dealing with the most
But yeah, Zodiac, if you didn't know, he did actually do Tekken 2 mocap for the game.
And my favorite, making his return to the elite, Hangman Adam Page. So boys, looking woo!
EVPs. That's why thank you boys so much for banning Britt from backstage, so she can't celebrate Dynamite 250 with us.
Let's just say that there's going to be no drama from the DMD to the CEO via your EVPs. Taken care of, no issues. Hey, my hey, Rainmake is wondering if you can do your cool dance for us.
My CEO dude?
Oh God, here we go.
Got to go.
Okada's got a crush on Mercedes. Somebody take out the Bucks. Okada is a little smitten at this point. All right, so this could be the opportunity we get to see Britt Baker, or not Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter tonight. There might be a possibility. We are, holy crap, like, all right, commercial breaks on right now. Let me throw the ads up since they're going to be coming up anyway. Let me get them in here. See if we can kill something here. They basically make us do ads every 25 minutes anyway, so if I could quarter them around the commercials here, it helps out a little bit. But Camille maybe shows up. I think they do need a bodyguard for Mercedes, but I don't know if they're going to use it tonight. I think Nyla just loses just straight clean. I just find it amazing. It's already 20 after 9 Eastern, and we've only had one match. Granted, it's probably the greatest match in AEW history, or AEW Dynamite history. Let's not go too far with the entire history here. That's a little bit wider piece of a debate we could use at another day. But yeah, like, we're one match in and we're already at an hour 20 into the show. Like, this is freaking amazing. But yeah, and I only hope that my actually, I'll guarantee my 2K24 playthrough tonight will not even be close to this, because we're on a go-home show to Backlash for this Saturday. So for those that are unfamiliar, after Dynamite and Collision, we do a WWE 2K4 My GM mode. So if you're around, please feel free to stick around after the break. We'll take about a 5-minute break, and just so I can get the Xbox set up and ready to go for you guys. But yeah, don't forget as well, like I said, if you haven't taken advantage of Prime Day, make sure you do. I picked up actually a little keyboard for my computer here, so my setup can be a little more compact. As I'm just trying to little tinker and make things a little bit better here as we go along. I also picked up some picture frames, so the background, once for the rest of the stuff we do, background's going to be changing up a little bit here once again. I got so many dang pictures sitting here in front of me that I haven't had enough frames to fill them, so we'll see a little transformation coming up in the next couple weeks here, but I didn't even get a chance. Like, we were going so hot here. How is everything going for you this week? Everybody got anything crazy going on or whatnot? Anything happened that, surprised people at all? I think the craziest thing I could bring up probably is the fact that I bought a new bed. I bought one of those mattress in a box. And let me tell you something, folks. If they want to have a weapon, get one of those mattresses in a box and give them the knife to cut it open, because I nearly broke my entire lampshade and half the stuff in my room setting that damn thing up. But you can sure as hell tell the difference when you get one, right? All right. But on that note, let's get to the women's match. I'm actually surprised that we're finally getting Nyla Rose as per tradition. Think Mercedes needs a muscle with her, like Charlotte Dash kind of. That's what we're talking about. Like, she's gonna have something of a roadblock for Britt Baker to get to Wembley. She's even said that before, so it's interesting to see what she's gonna do for a setup. I think a Camille would be a good one. Athena maybe just because of her reputation. I would almost have picked Nyla in a way, but I love Nyla's response to Mercedes' post this morning on X. Mercedes sent out a picture thing saying that, "Are you ready for Dynamite 250?" Nyla just quotes it with, "Are you sure you don't want to take a sick day?" This is what happens when you take on local talent Ava Lawless. You get a TBS title match. Hey, Rez, how you doing here tonight, sir? Hope you're doing well. Streams are going well for you. Glad you're picking up all the good cards. I don't know if you picked up anything this week. Yeah, Nyla Rose Beast on X is an absolute great follow. What's good is we probably just watched the greatest match in AEW history here tonight. MJF and Will Ospreay went 59 minutes and 58 seconds. Speaking of cards, F the show and their stupid packs. I didn't get all the packs, but they do have some cheap ones on right now, and the cards are actually pretty sweet. I just picked up the original packs, that's all. The last 2 weeks, MLB The Show has done a lot of work to try and rehab themselves in terms of their quality. Some people just give it up, and that's fine. It happens. We'll see what happens to it next year when the game gets revamped, because it'll be only 9th generation, which is PS5, Xbox X, and Xbox X, and I'm doing good personally. Right now it is currently 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius here. So it is a little hot. Nyla having a little bit of fun here as we go along. Now that just doing a lot of maintenance. It was a maintenance kind of day. Got new. Just got a couple videos edited. We did the Cardinals Conquest on Sunday, so I got that. That's gonna be on our YouTube channel on Thursdays. So. It's hot here today, too. My girlfriend has great AC in her place, so I've been kind of relaxing. Yeah, I got no AC, but these blackout curtains have been amazing. I love how Nyla's getting a lot of offense in here. But yeah, other than that, that knee looks like absolute murder every time she hits. Absolutely. And it's funny because MJF used it on the arm, and Mercedes just pretty much got her entire body wrecked when Nyla came down there. I don't have AC my player and it sucks. Always nice to enjoy it while I'm Hey, you know what? Take advantage of the AC when you can. I also enjoy Have You Lost Your Mind? Yell at people. Yeah. Nyla's absolutely great. Like, Nyla's absolutely great in the ring here and everything. And yeah, I will say, like the blackout curtains, the open windows, a lot of water. Oh, you can't see it. There we go. A lot of iced tea, actually, is where my thing is, but... But yeah, picked up a bunch of those extra cards that that came up through the free packs and the cheap packs this week. I actually picked up the All-Star Wit. I got lucky on that one on the All-Star or the Home Run Derby one. I got the 99 Wit. I had the choice between Wit and Teoscar, and I took Wit because a guy with 99 power and a 99 speed, yeah, that goes. But, yeah, no, other than that, just chilling. Once again, everybody, sorry about yesterday missing out on stream. Like I was telling you earlier, I literally moved a bed into my place yesterday, so... And once we're done that, I'm just like, no, I need a little bit of time to recoup, and... Well, so we'll be on to Tears of the Kingdom. If all goes well, it'll be our second last stream of it tomorrow as we work towards grinding up to Ganondorf is what I'm calling it. There's a couple things I need to get done in order to go finish I don't have to get done, but I want to get done so that we're a little more prepared to finish that up. And then I just got the call a couple hours ago. The NES World Championship speedrun game that I reserved is in. Supposed to pick it up tomorrow. I'm going to pick it up on Friday. And then Friday night, hopefully I can get it installed. And we'll try some old-fashioned Nintendo here. So I do love how Mercedes is using her experience to just keep going here. Like, to show that Nyla can actually be in trouble against somebody that's smaller than her. It's so funny. There's a post from Sean Ross Sapp on X today talking about an MMA fight that I believe it was a 6'2" MMA artist got worked over by a 5'3" jiu-jitsu guy or something, and his comment was, this technically cannot happen because some wrestling fans can't believe that it'll ever happen. It's the first thing I think of when it comes up to this here, so. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of way they finish this off, just to get the nice story here. Yeah, there you go. 6'8" MMA dude got worked by 5'3" jiu-jitsu. And it's sort of the reason why I've given up on MMA is we don't get a chance to see more of that. I was a UFC fan back in the early days, like the one-night tournament where everybody had a different style. It basically was a video game. Like, guys like Dan Severn were beating everybody up, but you had guys like Oleg Taktarov was in there. That's the name I remember the most, with her, with his Sambo background. Then, of course, Randy Couture, the infamous fights that he had in there. But everybody had a different style. They didn't know every style. They just wanted to prove that their style was the best. Now that it's been regulated into weight classes and everybody gets taught a little bit of everything, it just not much for me there. Nice little Vader bomb there. Nice drive-by. You notice Mercedes actually, instead of putting her forearm on her face, she actually covered her eyes. So Mercedes, I wonder who's showing up. Well, I think she's supposed to play naive in the fact that, you know, since Britt's gone, nobody else is going to show up. I love that they got the back and forth chants going right now. Let's go, Nyla, CEO. Oh, God. It's everybody steal everybody's finisher night. I'm glad you can actually put... Ah, girl, Nyla. I don't think the Bucks want any part of Hater. No. Statement maker now they're calling it. Because you can't call it the bank statement because that's a little bit of naughty. Okada can hear sign language. I love the signs. I love the signs. Please. I don't think they're going to do it, but no, they're clear the rig. The Bucks are like, oh, you're here. Carry on. Whatever you're doing, just keep on going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that Britt? Yep, that's Britt. The doctor is in the house! I know you can't use a bank statement, but in fairness, it's a name downgrade, yeah. Keep a rich tradition of the Sting mask in the front row. Absolutely! These local wrestlers having to carry Britt out like that. Someone let her in. Maybe his name is Tony Khan. Probably. I fear for my safety. Oh, they're only going to give Mariah a segment. They're not going to give her... They'll give her a backstage segment and that's it. I just thought this was so well done, even though it was very obvious to anybody that Mariah would be the one to turn, not Tony. Because if you look at it, Mariah has, in the beginning, she was just a bit of that attention seeker. She wanted to do anything to get whatever she wants. And then Tony took a liking to her. Basically sucked her in whatever way you want to call it. And then now I got my title shot, so that's all I need right now. And yeah, so screw you. I don't need you anymore. All I need you to do is die at Wembley. Oh. Don't say suck around Nigel. Yeah, that would be... Yeah, the thing is, the two movies that the Toni Storm whole segment is around, like her whole character and the whole timeline of everything for Toni Storm. RJ City's one of the few people that's actually watched both the movies that it entails. So he knows how the story goes. So he knows how to interject wrestling into that story. So that was the report that came out about RJ City, and Bryan Danielson was actually pretty key in getting Mariah May in here because of her meteoric rise in stardom. So combine both of those together and you got a main event for Wembley. Let's just put it that way. Like, you look at the main events that we have here set up already for Wembley, the women's world title and the men's world title, like, the women's is based on a story which nobody ever thought that we get stories out of women's matches there in many respects. And then you don't need a story for the men's, even though you really do have one right now. Swerve trying to prove that he's legit. That's what he's been doing the whole time. And I'm sure Hangman's going to get involved here somehow. And Danielson on his last ride. Looking to main event the biggest show in AEW history on his last ride through as a full-time competitor. So get ready for 4 hours of amazeballs wrestling that day. That I can say that. Plus 2 more hours of, well, Jericho will be a part of that, plus the pre-show. I'm sure the Swerve Okada match won't last long. I don't know if the match lasts as long. The shenanigans will. I think we're going to get a bit of an overrun here tonight. And when I mean a bit, I mean a lot. I think we're going to get a good 10 minutes overrun personally. If we don't, I'm more than fine with it. Please take out the Acclaim. Please, 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 please. All I want is a little bit of magic. Is it so much to ask? I'll sprinkle a little fairy dust over you guys, just to take out the Acclaim. I don't care about, keep Bowens in the match. Get Caster disappear. Just toodaloo. Hell, put Nada instead. I will give you that. So I won't do the customary run through of everything I'm doing this week because I've already done that. But just a quick reminder that we will be back here Saturday for AEW Collision, and then followed by our Backlash pay-per-view.
Darby, Allin, last week you wanted my attention. Well, you got it now. All you had to do was ask, did you really have to go and hurt Brandon Cutler? Maybe what I mean to say is, do you think I give a shit about Brandon Cutler?
So Perry beats up Brandon.
Come find me tonight, and I'll show you what a real sacrifice looks like.
That's where we're going to get Saturday. Okay, Saturday. Saturday's when they announced Darby for Blood and Guts. Was Darby with Briscoe then for the promo? No. Right now, technically, they're now up to 4. They haven't announced the 5th member, but it's probably going to be Darby more likely than anything. Oh, Mariah is getting a segment. Okay. And she looks so close that most of the crowd's not even going to notice. Of course she is the son she planned all along. Bring back boiler room matches. That's what I took from that segment. Hey, work for me. Mariah, let's speed this up. We got you. So Jay Quick, you're telling a bunch of men here. There are women in here. Don't get me wrong, and you're telling Mariah May to get off our screen faster. On behalf of most people. Just for one night? No. You don't do that. We'll let the shenanigans happen. There's going to be lots of time for shenanigans.
Be honest. You all saw it coming.
I did.
Everybody saw it coming. Except Tony Storm. A woman so desperate for the spotlight,
Oh, God.
she didn't
I think
realize
Tony saw it coming.
she was giving it.
Plus, I'm trying to save Mariah from Nigel.
The question shouldn't be why. The question should be, Mariah, what took you so long?
I'm not really asking that because it made perfect sense when she did it.
I didn't think it would last this long either. But it was so easy. And
Oh, God, they're doing the what?
so much.
Stop it, crowd. Stop it. Bad crowd. Bad crowd.
I just wanted to see how far it would go. But then
And give credit to Luther for that landing? Absolutely.
and I thought, why take the old horse out back when I can kill it in front of as many people as possible?
That what Chaz becomes so cringe? Absolutely. Just boo her if you want.
In Tony Storm
People saying what should be escorted out and banned. I completely agree.
be so much more.
I love that the crowd's actually just trying to drown him out in a way.
But don't worry, Tony. I still love you. In fact,
I love that we got the "We want Tony, Tony sucks" chants coming now.
They want the real Tony Storm. And who's to blame him, right? Winner champion she's been.
Tony's trying to go with this, but
I have never loved you more than when you were on your knees, bleeding, crying, screaming my name. That was your greatest performance.
um,
And
that could be taken a few different ways.
will be at all in. Because now all elite wrestling is all about Mariah.
All right.
Wembley Stadium, Sunday, August 25th. Timeless Tony Storm,
I am looking forward to that match.
Women's World Champion.
All right, that's an interesting
Protege.
camera view camera.
Mariah May. But fans, right now, let's take you back to Collision this past Saturday night.
All right, you're off air. Get out.
Bang, bang, gang. Just a quick word. A quick word. Tensions are
That was short and sweet. Definitely sweet. I don't know about the short part.
Really stripped of anything, okay? Whoever wants these belts is gonna have to pry them out of our cold, dead fingers. I'm sorry, let me interrupt. Guys, listen, I know it's an unpopular decision. I'm not happy about it either. It's not fair. But these are the rules and I gotta follow them. It's my job. No, you're not taking these from us. Listen, you're not taking Listen, the alternative is I suspend you and you don't have an opportunity. Take them. Okay. You want to take them? All right. I got it. It's cool. Patriarchy. Think the Bang Bang Gang is scared of a guy with a father fetish? A 16-year-old TikTok kid? The stepmom from Brazzers is a lizard?
Stepmother from Brazzers?
You know what's gonna happen? The Collision Cowboys are coming home. And we're coming home with our homies to get our hardware.
Oh, so they're just gonna do the titles on Saturday. Okay, at least this makes sense.
Words for you.
I don't know if she's really a Brazzers mom, to be honest. I would think it's some other things here, but, you know, Brazzers might not be it. But she's a little old for that. The 16-year-old teen, the dinosaur, the man with a father fetish. All right, we'll go with all that. So did they need to strip them of the titles? McGee, I will reference you back to Full Gear. The last time they tried to use a substitute, a.k.a. Samoa Joe for the ROH tag titles, and Adam Cole with broken ankle for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. They need to prove that they aren't going to do that anymore. So if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So did they need to distribute the titles? Yes. If Jay White's going to be off for a while, yes, he does need to. They do need to be stripped. Put them right back on them on Saturday. Gives you a little bit more incentive to run the match on Saturday. And then you won't have any problems there. So it is a bit of, personally, I feel it might be a bit of a formality just taking them off to put them back on. But I do feel that it is necessary to do this because you don't want to screw around like the last time they did it. But I don't have a problem. Well, just because a rule is convenient, they don't want to make the rules make them sound like they're convenient for some and not convenient for others in terms of situations. So let's just be consistent. We can throw a title match. They can use that as the main event title match on Saturday. Have a hell of a match between the Patriarchy and the Bang Bang Gang. And that just settles that issue right there and then cleans up that plot hole, right? So, and plus I also think that they were going to do House of the Black Throne against, the House of Black against the Bang Bang Gang for the titles, but unfortunately Buddy Matthews is out. Whether he's prepping himself to play Call of Duty with his wife in more ways than whatever you want to call it, that's not a euphemism anymore. If you didn't hear earlier today, Rhea Ripley is going to be in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, along with Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio. So they just announced that earlier today. But anyway, since I do have a quick second, I didn't realize I'd have this break in here. So let me get a quick rundown of what's going to be going on here. Tomorrow, probably around 1 o'clock Eastern, we'll be doing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, like we were mentioning earlier. Friday, all things go well, we're going to be doing the Nintendo World Championship speedrun. See how bad I am at speedrunning. Saturday, we'll be here with AEW Collision, followed by the Backlash PLE. And Sunday, it looks like we will get back into MLB The Show. There's a couple programs that just came up that I wouldn't mind tackling a few new conquests, not just the City Connects. And basically how well we do tomorrow will determine the rest of next week. So my goal is to have next Thursday be the day we beat Ganondorf and just end that, but we'll see. But most importantly, no matter what, as we're going through here, all you bitches, thank you for being here tonight. It's always appreciated having everybody here. If you're not following the channel, please hit that follow button and it'll let you know every time I'm on. If you really do enjoy being here, please consider possibly subscribing. It helps out. Every little bit goes towards helping out the channel here. I am planning on doing some upgrades when it doesn't suffocate me to be in this apartment constantly. I will say the weather is getting a lot better here now that sundowns come up. They're looking at possibly getting a few storms in here right away. I found it interesting that they didn't do this matchup for... Oh. Heads up. Sorry. I'll get to you a second, Jay, quick here. Ready to go here. Throw the towel up. Swerve when I drive, and I swerve when I drive, and I gonna take Okada, and I got a real itch, cause I'm gonna beat that bitch, and we're gonna smile a lot, cause we got a title shot. Wait a second, I'm a champion. Just forget about it. That was about as bad as Max Caster. This will be a fun main event. Yes, I'll call that a 2 out of 10 because I completely went off the rails there where I shouldn't have. So I wonder if Jericho has resigned knowing he has to fight Suzuki. I believe the words in his head right now are,
uh-oh.
Okada makes onions cry. Whoever's in the crowd with those Okada sides, you gotta go up. Okada's email is gmail@okada.com. He's like, here's Tony, here's the belt. All right, so think about this, chat, and it's really a weird concept here. This is Dynamite 250, correct? Well, picture this main event here right now, and picture where these two were at the opening night of Dynamite. Swerve was just starting to hit his groove in NXT. And Okada was running New Japan. And now we are getting into a world of... I love that AEW is making a comment about Willow winning that CMLL championship. Because let's face it, Stephanie Vacker has got some black paint on her completely right now, and I'm not talking about the face paint she's got. And I'll be straight up about this. And might as well get into this Vacker situation since I'm right here right now. And if you want, throw in your comments too as we talk about it. But as far as I'm concerned, it was fine what Vacker did. Just, she's got to remember that, you know, when she gets released from WWE, people are going to remember what she did. She might get signed, but I guarantee you that lost her some money. Like, if you can make money for a promoter, they're going to sign you. They'll put up with a lot of crap. But it's just like when you walk out on a job with no notice. Like everybody says you're supposed to give 2 weeks or whatever. If you don't give 2 weeks, don't expect your former boss to bring you back if you ever want to go back there, right? But she did have a fun debut in Mexico City last Saturday against Allin, who she's going to be mid-card no time. Who knows? They have such a hard time booking cards right now. Like, NXT's absolutely cooking for their cards, so I expect her to have a great time down there. Let's get the mute on there, but I expect her to have a hell of a run at NXT. If she ever makes it to main roster, it's a coin flip. I'll be frank, it's a coin flip whether she's going to get anything or not. If she's involved with the title, she'll make it. If she's not involved with the title, she'll be there. Like, I know that the caliber's on a different level, but you look at Kiana James right now. She was brought up for one match that into catering now. For as long as she's been there already. So we'll see what happens. Don't get me wrong. It's early, but right now, it almost feels like they don't have a plan for it. And I will double down on the fact that they just had Ilya Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes on Speed this week on X. So they like to keep the same women in the spotlight. The rest they just, like I said, it all depends on the booking that they got. And I'll give Sean credit because he's willing to expand and willing to grow, willing to change. But I can't trust Hunter yet. I can't. Outside of title feuds, he really hasn't booked a whole lot. If it doesn't involve a title, the feuds just haven't been there. It's what I really like about AEW starting to find their groove right now, because if you watch everything on a, that's another elephant in the room here that's going to be coming up. We're going to get Tiffy versus Charlotte soon enough. So, when it comes to AEW, yes, you can critique them and their past and how horrible the booking was for the women, for their mid-card stories and whatnot. But at this point right now, you watch everything on AEW, whether it be on Dynamite, on Collision, on Rampage, everything has a story behind it. Everybody's got a reason to fight. Everybody's got a reason to fight. One of the clearest examples I give is even Rampage last Friday. You had Rachel Ellering returning to the ring for 8 years in terms of being on TV. She's been working ROH. She's been working indies and whatnot. But the fact that she comes back, she has a great match with Thunder Rosa, and then all of a sudden Deonna Purrazzo attacks both her and Rachel. So now Rachel's interjected in this storyline. Like, all right, it was just one simple attack, but they did a post-match promo saying that, yeah, I'm sorry I brought you into this, but unfortunately you're thrown into this. So Rachel might actually be working a little bit more on the main roster. We'll see. But either way, there's a story there. Wouldn't be surprised if when Charlotte comes back, they have a Tiffy put the briefcase and Charlotte takes it. I don't think you do that. I honestly don't think they'll do that. Tiffy is that blue chipper that they want to keep happy. God, Okada's got a beautiful drop kick. Would have loved to see it from the front so you can see how high he got, but so AEW Music is now going to be all the themes are going to be available starting at midnight. So this should be fun. Tony trying to read over the overrun and just can't get it out of his mouth is funny. Okay, Swerve, I see you. I don't know why this wasn't for the bad advantage. I think the reason for that is if they do it, they have to have the champ lose. They have to have the heavyweight championship lose, and I don't think they want to do that right now. Because if they do that, then Okada automatically has a title shot. And I don't think they want to do that yet. And they haven't booked enough people to have that match yet, right? Because now that the Acclaim's involved, what do you want to do? Put Bowens in there against Okada for who gets mad advantage? And the fact that they're all champions, you really can't... You can't say that there's going to be a quote-unquote fair match. Not that there really would be, dealing with the heavyweight championship, or the champions there with the elite, the EVPs and all that. Not that it would be fair at all, but... MJF's got to be pissed. He used that move earlier in the match. Earlier in the show. Ha! Swerve tried to do all his fire up, and all of a sudden, Okada just turned around and said, nope. The Drama King on his podcast said Tony should have had blood and guts have stakes, where Tony should have had to put up his share of AEW and have the Bucks put their shares up. Here's the thing, Jay Quick, and this is the thing I enjoy about AEW, and it sort of goes back to the comment that Zodiac made earlier. If this was going to be the end of the story, maybe. But this ain't going to be the end of the story no matter what with blood and guts. It's not going to be over until Omega comes back. Transition Tombstone. Like, let's go. Swerve stomp out of nowhere. Let's go. And shenanigans. Allow the shenanigans to begin. So maybe when Omega comes back, they set up it's Tony versus Kenny. Puts him his shares versus the Buck shares. Exactly. And here comes Perry. And here comes Darby will get his music. Hangman's got to come out right away. And he's going to just attack Swerve. He's not going to attack anybody else. House call on Perry. Here comes Hangman. Oh, God. And now they're trying to separate them. So they're not going to let him touch. We need another flamethrower. I think this is where they just go off the air. They don't have that fifth man. Unless we get Darby. All right. Does he upgrade from a flamethrower? That's the question. Just comes out with a straight rifle. Oh my God. It's Darby! They can't get the hook off. Oh, now they did. All right, well, it looks like we found our fifth. Have they found their fifth? Well, obviously. Secretly Sting's the fifth guy? Would that be amazing? I find it ironic that they did the Sting entrance the week after they had. This is why they didn't do it last week, so they didn't do it during the Owen Hart Cup. Could you imagine them doing that in Calgary after what happened to Owen? But yeah, there you go. As we fade to black here, like an absolute amazing show tonight. Like, that first match might have been the greatest match in AEW history. We're going to have to let it sink in. I don't like to call things the greatest or the worst ever at the time because really you got to sit back and think about it for a little bit, but that definitely will hit some lists really quick. And I know a lot of podcasts are going to be going off right now talking about how great that match was, and it definitely was. 59 minutes and 58 seconds of insanity. And it was legit. It's not one of those indie wrestling cut out early deals. And then you had Mercedes Moné beat Nyla Rose in a very good story. Very good match. Nyla always puts out a good match and a very good fight from underneath story for Mercedes, even though she was a heel. But Toya Excalibur, way to ask, did Swerve fight his fifth guy? Obviously, yeah, exactly. Like, but it's the same thing. Bobby Heenan did the same thing at the with the Hogan turn for the NWO, right, at Bash at the Beach, and Bobby totally turned around and said, "Well, whose side is he on?" When Hogan came out, right? So. No, Darby just like repelling for fun. Exactly. Like, yeah. I don't read too much into it. They're just trying to live in the moment right now, and you can't really blame them. How do you top jumping from a huge ladder through glass? You put them in a deathmatch cage kind of thing. That's the scary part. What is Darby going to do next week? Like, I swear, I don't know how I'm going to get through that match. I don't know how I'm going to get through it altogether. I'm going to throw one more snooze up here before we have it here. Electrify the cage, maybe? Yeah, a week after that's what we were saying. Could you imagine them trying to do the rappel down last week? The one thing I can say about this, Andre, that's a little bit different than what happened with Owen, you could easily see underneath the flak jacket that was being held, and you could see the hooks that were put in that were the proper size. Like hell, the carabiner they actually used for it wasn't even was maybe a third of the size of that, but I get where you're going. And there was no way they were going to do this last week, so this is sort of why they had to wait for this announcement on this end, which actually is rather... It's smart on their part for doing it this way, very tastefully. Secretly, that wasn't Darby, that was Sting. Maybe. But yeah, now you sort of make sense why they wanted to wait for that. Plus, there's your moment to end Dynamite 250. You remember it for the first match and for Darby coming out of the ceiling if you're a casual fan. You don't want to remember it for... Caster being part of Team AEW, which I'm sure we're going to get all over when it comes to the next few weeks here, or next week here in this case. But I think it's going to definitely be Team Elite that's going to win the match. It only makes sense. But yeah, it definitely makes you want to watch next week, because now you get to see the brawl that is going to lead into what happens next week. And then Saturday here, we can talk about everything else besides that, right? Yeah, we get to see the murder of Chris Jericho and Blood and Guts next week. So, all in all, I think we're going to get a pretty good win. And you're here for the Carnage next week. I hope everybody is, because it is going to be an absolutely fun card. But all in all, like, anybody that complains about so few matches on Dynamite tonight just doesn't get it. I think it's simply put, doesn't get it. Doesn't understand what good wrestling is in many ways. Which is fine. Everybody has their taste, but in my opinion, this might have been one of the greatest Dynamites we have seen here in a very long time. And 95% of that goes to the opening match. So the scary thing is, how do you top it next week? And it just seems that AEW just has a consistent way of, if not topping it, keeping it there. You want to hear Meltzer and Alvarez? I really could care less at this point, because I could just see them complaining about X and Y and why are you doing this and whatnot. And I'm not. Tony will figure it out. Exactly. In Tony we trust. I know he's not a wrestler turned booker, but I don't think Tony actually gets the respect that he deserves in terms of booking his shows. So